Shop downtown. Shop the independent businesses in and around the city of Thibodaux. Gibbens Robichaux, welcome to the program.
Here we go.
Man, vacation time has come and gone just about. Kids go back to school around the middle of August, huh?
Next Thursday and Friday is at E.D. White.
Oh, man, vacation's just about over.
That's amazing, huh? I think that's good, though. The kids get tired of being around, you know.
You think?
Yeah.
Did you ever get tired of summer vacation? I never did.
No, I never wore shoes either.
You know, me neither. Till I went to Thibodaux Junior High, they made me put shoes on my feet. But other than that, never wore shoes. Yeah, you're right.
That's why our feet are so big.
You better. Yeah, but as Laddie DePlantis said on one of his shows, going barefoot's good for you.
Yeah, it is.
And I still do that. Yeah.
I think the creator wanted us to go barefooted. Most animals go barefoot.
Absolutely, most animals are.
A cow with shoes on?
Nope, not lately.
Yes, I want to tell you.
What?
You know why they have so many birthdays in August and September?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cold winter.
Cold winter.
That's right.
Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's right. Too many parties. Too much drinking, maybe. I'm in August. When are you?
Man, I'm in October.
Oh, October.
I was a war baby.
I said war baby.
Yeah, my dad was just got home, I think, from Pearl Harbor. I mean, from the Pacific when the war was over in 1946.
Right. Yeah,
so,
that's right.
Yeah, it didn't take him long. And, things happen sometimes, Gib,
yeah,
you know?
I know that happens.
Man, I tell you what, it's been a great summer. It's not over yet as far as I'm concerned. Let's see, we can go probably through the month of October before sweater weather.
And you don't have to wear a sweater.
Huh?
Oh, that's amazing.
Maybe even into November.
I was going to buy you a special one, you know, if they had a cold front come through, but...
You got it. If you're wearing more than shorts or T-shirt.
That, huh?
Oh, man, let me tell you. Shorts, T-shirt, and Crocs are where it's at. You got to wear anything any more than that. It's too doggone cold.
You know what the first name of the hurricane's going to be this year?
What?
Anna.
Anna. Maybe we won't use it.
August the first. We might not have it at all.
You're right. Wouldn't that be something? We're already in August. We actually, August, September, we've only got really 60 days left.
I know.
You know, and then it'll start, the Gulf waters will start chilling up a little bit and cooling off, and then that'll keep the intensity away.
Westerly winds blowing. The Gulf had nothing in it.
What's the reason for it this year? Was there El Nino?
Yeah, I think it's El Nino, yeah.
One of them Nino guys or gals?
A good westerly wind. Boy, if you got a westerly wind, it's going to blow them out.
Really?
That's what happened at the beginning of last year.
Usually...
Then August 29th, I mean... Then those two big
ones. You know, like I'm saying, the month of August and September, I mean, Betsy hit the first week in August. I mean, the first week in September.
That's right.
Back in 1965 or 66, whenever. And that's the August, September is the months to get through.
September 1st and the 13th.
Right. So we got 60 days of good prayer.
Annabelle, Claudette, Danny, and Erica.
Hopefully we won't need any of them.
No, and Wanda's the last one. I hope we're not Wanda. Maybe Christmas.
Oh, my goodness, no. It looks like about this time of the year, though. Well, not so much right now, but like the third week in August, they usually start these squall lines or whatever you call them. These waves. That's what it is.
Right.
They start firing off the coast of Africa and then push on into, you know.
I always wondered why they off the coast of Africa. Why so many coming from them come across? But they usually go northeast because they.
You know the answer to that?
Huh?
Oh, I thought you were telling me that because you knew the answer.
No, I don't know that.
Oh,
you know
William Taylor, if you listen, I guess not. Do I look like a weatherman? I depended on Nash Roberts when I was growing up.
Oh, poor Nash. Poor, his brother passed away, but Nash is still living. I got a couple of letters from Nash.
Did you?
He's fabulous, yeah.
So what you been up to, Gib? It's been a month.
The Grand Isle's going around, you know. Staying inside. It's too hot.
Oh, man, come on.
I got my sweater out hanging by the door, man. Waiting for that first morning when it's 50 degrees, you know.
Oh,
so I can turn it.
I don't even want to go there. Not good news. I hate cold weather. Hold on. Good morning. You're live, KTIB.
Since you have somebody that's a lot older than me, ask him about the original post office.
Yeah.
I think I already asked Gib.
What?
Where was the original post office? Not the one by where the old library is.
I found out yesterday from Doris Mailer Day. It was where the Red Goose is.
What?
Yeah, the Red Goose was the first Thibodaux post office.
You pulling my leg?
No. She pulled out the proof of it. And how long it stayed there, I don't know. And where I'm trying to find out where it went from there.
Well, probably from there to the old library.
Maybe so, huh? Yeah.
So the old Shifani building, Red Goose Saloon, was the original post office.
That's right, 1790, I believe.
Keep them cards and letters coming in.
He remembers when it was there?
Yeah, he was born. Gibbons has spanned 3 centuries.
Have a good one.
You too, bye.
Thank you for calling. I think it was 1790, but...
I'm going to say like Johnny Gibb, you old.
I'm old, no. I'm going to be 79, boy.
Come on.
That's right.
When? Next year?
The people I met this weekend, it's fascinating. It's funny. One week goes, you might not see anybody. All of a sudden, you see Poupidou, Doris Meladay, Alfred Robichaux Jr., and Brenda. I taught 7th grade, 1955,
You taught school?
Yes, 7th grade. Poupidou Benoit and Brenda Gobert.
Come on. Where'd you teach?
Over at elementary school. I came out of the service in late August and looking for a job. And Earl Claymont was the principal. I think he might be still living, Earl Claymont.
I remember he was the principal at Thibodeau Junior High.
He was there, and he was desperately looking for a 7th grade teacher. I had a degree, but I haven't had any teaching experience. And he sat me in front of those 30 kids and walked out the room. I didn't know what to do.
How long did you teach?
A year.
You ought to be doggone. You taught a year. Hang on a second. Let me get this call. Good morning. You're live, KTIB.
Good morning, Gene. I wanted to tell Gibbons I've been knowing him for 1,198,368 seconds.
You sound like that's my tidbits buddy, John Robichaux.
That's right. You're not doing any calculations this morning for us?
No.
He's got a whole list. I just didn't get a chance to get to him for us yet. Get to it yet. We've been kind of just batting other things around. How you doing, John?
I'm fine, and I didn't multiply the heartbeats, but at least that part's still working.
Yeah.
Counting, so.
That's like, thank you, John. That's like a trillion. People don't realize what a trillion is. We got $1 trillion worth of debt.
But now, just ask Obama. He can talk in terms of so many zeros that we're all worth nothing.
Man, let me tell you, trillion, I don't care. That's a lot. That's a big, big number.
John, I think we ought to have a beer party, you and I, one night. We have
You want
Jimmy
to have
shot.
a summit of something?
Yeah, son.
Well, you got to ask me twice.
A beer sign.
Shoot, when you want to do tonight?
Yeah,
You want to start early?
Business
Let's start about 4 o'clock.
A beer summit right in front of my house. We'll put a card table out there.
I can't drink American beer. I have to have my Guinness. You know?
Not me, buddy. Miller High Life Light.
If I can see through it, it's not worth drinking.
You got it.
John, did you have any beer in France? Any French?
I drank, well, in London, of course, I tackled my Guinness over and over and over again, and I tried some of the beer that they had that they made, in the UK, and it was pretty doggone good. In France, no wine. They don't touch beer. I don't know that the French even know how to make beer. I don't know if there's a French word for beer.
Boy, John, I drank Guinness Stout one time many, many moons ago when I was on a trip with Father Thomas Dowling.
Yeah.
Back in the 1960s, we had toured all the New England states, the Gaspé Peninsula, and came down through Quebec. And then we were going to a Newman Club convention in New York.
Right.
And we stopped in Quebec or Montreal for the night. And I drank 2 or 3 of those Guinness Stouts, that dark beer.
Right.
I had a headache for a week. That's the first and the last time I touched that beer.
Well, it's an acquired taste. And let me tell you this. When my sons got old enough, I said, okay, I know you're going to drink. So I took my oldest son out, and I said, look, I want you to try this. And he thought it was kind of stiff, of course. Here's the marvel of it.
It's stout.
It's stout. It's exactly. You can't get drunk on it. You're going to explode from being so full on it. That, it's a good beer for young people to try to learn how to acquire a taste. 2 is more than enough.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just, it made me sick. I mean, I was sick as a dog. I wouldn't, I think all I had was 2, but that was too many for me.
If it doesn't have a flavor, I'm not drinking.
Really?
No, not at all. It has to have, I like my tea dark, I like my wine dark, and I like my beer dark. I don't drink that much, I want you to know. But
no, I understand.
But when I do touch it, if light passes through it, it's not worth drinking. It's got to have some substance.
Well, I like F&C beer.
F&C?
Yeah, free and cold. I'm very picky.
So far, I haven't had that.
John Robichaux, I want to tell you, your wife is the most incredible emailer I ever seen. She sent me some fabulous signs this morning. I couldn't bring some of them on the line, but they were great.
Right.
But I don't think she sleeps very much because I get some emails from her all the time.
No, we don't. We have two nights over here. We split it up somewhere in the middle. We get up and do housework or something.
In the middle of the night?
It doesn't matter. We get up and we just do things. Turn on the lights, make the neighborhood.
There you go.
Holy smokes.
Well, who cares? You're going to sleep eternally one day.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Personally, I think sleeping's a waste of time.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I agree. That I agree with.
Gibbons can calculate this. I do it with my students. You can add 17 years to your life by only sleeping 4 hours a day.
Boy.
So if you start calculating at an average human lifespan, you've added 17 years of waking hours.
Wow.
And so while you're sleeping, you are essentially like dead. You can't do anything.
That's right.
You know, you're in this catatonic state.
No, I'm with you.
Oh, no.
Nothing gets accomplished.
I'm with
How
you.
much do you sleep a night?
7 hours, 10 to 6, 10 to 5, maybe.
Oh, my goodness. You're not normal.
No,
Of course, we
I
always
was
knew
with the
you were
church for
not
so long, and I had a daily mass, you know.
Right.
Maybe 5 or 10,000 masses up. I used to have a 6 and a 6:30. I'd get up at one time for my first thing as an altar boy in 1937. They gave me a 6 o'clock mass, and I got up and I went to church on my bike, and nobody was there. And Mama comes driving up. What you doing at 4:15? What you doing at church at 4:15?
You went too early.
I went to.
It didn't matter. Those early masses, though, were nice. It was dark out and very quiet. They were low-key masses.
Yeah, they were.
My first mass I served with Father Peter Neese in Raceland. I don't know there are too many people in Race, that still remember that. He was a much beloved pastor there, probably like the
I remember
Sarah Menard we had here. He was about 35 years in Raceland, and he was a real saint. I never saw a man work harder for a parish than that guy. But anyway, I'll leave y'all to y'all.
Okay,
Thank you, John. Appreciate the call.
Have a good evening.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Tim Robichaux was over yesterday. They getting ready to have the band.
Yeah, they're rolling.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Yep. And they got a terrific show. And he's talking about those 2 gyms over there. Boy, he says that the new gym is unbelievable. It looks like the Saints training camp gym. And the old gym is completely redone over. New floor, he says.
So they have 2 gyms now. All-purpose building, and all utility type.
Yeah.
I'll be doggone.
That when they wanted to, the old gym was knocked out with the last 2 storms.
Hey, we got to take a short break. Gib, listen, pour yourself another cup of coffee. It's laid back Friday. We ain't doing much of nothing today.
No, that's
Here
right.
at Joy 640 KTIB. Welcome back, listeners. Isn't that a song, man? Huh?
What a gorgeous song.
Yeah, you're right.
I saw him sing at the Crystal Cathedral in California. He is amazing. What an amazing song.
He's an amazing guy. 447-6409, number into the dialogue room this morning at Joy 640 KTIB. Got Gibbs Robichaux in the house. It's a Friday, man. It's kind of like TGIF day.
Yeah.
I got to go to work, but if you got a lot of people off on Fridays now, or Friday's just like a wind-down day for some of you, hey, take advantage of it. Kick back, kick your shoes off. Take a break if you can. The Gibbons, you threw this in front. Little Red Schoolhouse, the Queen Institution of Learning in northern Lafourche Parish, is the oldest one-room schoolhouse in continuous use in the state, in Kramer.
It's amazing.
Unbelievable
Have you ever
story.
Seen it? Look on the other side. Turn it over and see it's all fixed.
Yeah, I've seen it. I was. In fact, I got lost. Would you believe?
You got lost?
I got lost the other day, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and took a wrong turn and ended up right in front of the Little Red Schoolhouse. And what a legacy that is for this area and the parish. And
probably 3 things: reading, writing, arithmetic.
You got it.
And then the history.
You got it.
But now they don't do it. Remember penmanship? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I used to have I flunked that.
Yeah.
There was 2 courses I never did well in: penmanship and conduct.
And have you noticed that your son's signatures you can't read?
No.
Girls write beautifully, but signatures.
Yeah, most of my girls write well.
Yeah.
Steven's left-handed. He writes fairly well. Philip, I don't know. You know what? Now, Philip kind of writes like me, kind of scribbly. And penmanship was never my...
it gets too fast. We still try to write too fast.
Well, who had a great penmanship was my father-in-law, Waldo.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, man, we've got some letters. And just a gorgeous handwriting.
They can write so straight.
Yeah,
straight across,
they could take a blank sheet of paper with no lines on it.
Absolutely.
I can't do it with lines on it, But yes, penmanship back in I guess it was a form of communication. Writing was communications,
Of course, right.
And when you look at the Declaration of Independence and you look at all those old documents and you look at some of that beautiful handwriting,
In the Bible, and they just wrote all that out.
Yeah, longhand. Can you believe that?
Pages and pages and lines. They had a thing the other day on television about how the pyramids were built, and it took them 20 years to build it. 20,000 men. And their children and their grandchildren all worked on it, and all they did was feed them. They tried to show you how they got those stones there to the pyramids. They
rolled them on logs, something. What an engineering feat
back in those days.
You got
1,000 men pulling it, 1,000 men. But to get it to the top.
How you did that?
I don't know.
How they did that?
That's some intervention from above, I believe.
I don't know. It's the things that were done in back then versus the things that were done now. You know what I'm afraid of? When you look at Man, I mean, we have lightning fast communication today. We can communicate around the world in 10 seconds. You can read a book online. You can do anything. I mean, you can grab stuff off the satellite.
Somebody in Italy on your cell phone, you know.
You think writing one day will be obsolete? You ever thought of that?
I'll have them written a letter of any kind, only on cards. Your greeting cards, you might write your name or a few little expressions, but
other than that,
all that's gone.
Do you write letters anymore?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you do on the internet, but you type. But I'm talking about to actually sit down and write a letter.
I print them. I don't have a good handwriting. I print my thing.
Just think about that for a little bit. Writing may become obsolete.
Obsolete. What are we going to do then? What about historical?
I don't think we'll be around to worry about it, Gib.
You know, that's right.
We will have moved on to bigger and better things, hopefully.
And paper.
That's right.
You realize how much paper we use in the United States every day?
Sure.
My goodness, that's great.
You know, but when you look at, you know, some things are good and some things are bad, as I said, and it's very, penmanship's not a, it's not taught anymore.
No.
Other than probably in first, second, third grade, once they learn how to write, that's it. But, you know, you had penmanship into junior high. And,
that was a part of the curriculum.
You had what do you call it? You had awards for that. You know, you had a penmanship award,
and the girls all seem to have prettier handwritings, and the left-handed people always seem to write like this.
It's hard for a left-handed person. I used to write left-handed when I was a kid. I broke my wrist and I had to switch to the right side. But
You jumped off a truck?
No.
No. How you broke your wrist?
I jumped off a hayway. Fell out of a tree, matter of fact.
Fell out of a tree. I tell you, Gene, the other day, Oprah Winfrey had 3 people on there, and it was just amazing. One of them was a 7-foot 3-inch man.
That's tall.
A young man, a boy, and amazing. And the other one was a 3-foot 3-inch little girl, a lady, 26 years old, beautiful little figure, beautiful, 3-foot 3 inches. And she brought out Shaquille O'Neal's shoe and put it next to her shoe. Shaquille O'Neal's shoe is 20. He's a 20 or 21, I believe.
He's a big man.
And how little shoe is that? But he came on and this young man, and invited him over to Phoenix to come because he's 7'1". He won't go out play golf.
Shoes, man, they can't bend down to get the club.
Yeah, I know.
They can't bend down that far to strike the ball.
And how long is a club?
I don't know. I have no club. No, I don't play golf. I don't know.
You don't play golf anymore?
No, I ain't got time.
You know, what was the first musical instrument you think we ever invented?
The harp. Flute?
Years ago. They found one, a flute. And, of course, the drums. The drums were probably communication, you know? Remember the Indians were... ranges and everything. But I always imagine that a flute somehow either through
musical, and you know, I never would have thought music went that far back.
Oh yeah, I didn't either. But it's the magic of the soul.
No question about it.
God gave us that. Imagine when you stop and think. They're crucifying it now, but like that song you just played, you think of the music, and the church music is just beautiful too. But it's a gift. It's really
music to me, and you know, you can say what you want about the pros and cons of everything, but music to me, you got to have notes, and it's got to be melodious.
Right.
Is that the right word?
Melodious.
Whatever that.
Melody was so important.
Yeah, melodious.
Nowadays, some of the rock.
You know, you don't have that. You don't have that.
And it's
noise.
Scream and scream.
You know? How are they going to dance to that?
I don't know.
They're going to look back and talk about their favorite song.
Well, they keep showing Michael Jackson, if you call that dancing, but that's what they do now.
No, I guess you're right. Times change.
That's right.
When I'll never forget when Elvis Presley came on the scene, my daddy said, that man going to ruin the world.
Boy, Elvis and Michael, they died the same way of the same thing.
Why is it that so many gifted, and you know, whether you like Michael Jackson or not is irrelevant.
Right.
He was a gifted person when it came to music. He was. And so was people like Elvis Presley and all the other big... What is it? Do they get outside of themselves that makes them turn... They got the world by the butt.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, why would they want to fill themselves up with dope all the time and be in another... I mean, they already have everything.
I know.
You know, what is it?
They're destroying themselves like that. But you know, musicians, the trouble with musicians is that they work at night, you know. They sleep while everybody else is awake. They don't have any communication. Elvis Presley used to rent a whole theme park by himself and his daughter. Or he had 2 daughters. Or one,
I don't know.
One daughter, I believe.
One daughter, Priscilla.
Because he couldn't go out. He couldn't go out. He would be Michael Jackson too. He'd create a big commotion if you go out. So he'd rent the whole theme park and they'd shut it down and open it at night just for him and his daughter. Theme park. You know, of course, when you stop and think about it, if you watch TV every day, the music, the background, even on your television or computer, you can pick up the music all over the world.
No, absolutely.
And look at Italy.
Yeah.
There are great things that have come out of it. Why Italy? Such a beautiful, just.
You know, what happened? Who are the Mozarts of today?
Yeah, right. You don't have them anymore.
You know, you don't have Yanni. I love Yanni. I think he's one of the best modern composers.
And John Williams.
Yeah, John Williams was another one. But I mean, you know, Yanni's music is not. I wouldn't even call it contemporary.
No.
You know, it's a little left of center.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Mm-hmm.
I guess would be the best way to describe it. But I mean, he uses the odd sounds, the odd instruments, he's got a distinctive sound and tone to his music. John Williams has a distinctive. I'd call him contemporary.
Yeah, right.
Would you?
That's right, contemporary.
Okay. But as far as classical composers,
that's right.
I don't know of any.
No, you don't find that anymore. Not even in Europe. But in America, the 40s, 50s, and 60s, when the Beatles came over, they're the ones that started a little changing.
They changed the face of music in this country.
Beautiful songs. Some of their beautiful songs. Yesterday and things like that. Beautiful song. But after that, it went crazy. Perry Como and Frank Sinatra, all of them died off. And big band. You remember. You were.
Oh yeah, I was at the tail end of the big band era.
Right,
but man, my mom and them used to sit down in front of the radio and listen to big band music. And
it still is.
Tommy Dorsey and all them guys. And
Glenn Miller.
Yeah, Glenn Miller.
They never did find Glenn. He got an airplane across the English Channel and he
never saw him again.
But he's had an incredible. In fact, I saw him in basic training at Lackland, and the band came over, so I got to listen to him. But music is in the soul. You're born with that, you see. All great musicians and their children, like me, for example. It's in the genes, you know. Look at Tim, and my grandchildren are classical pianists, and it's just amazing. My brother, he doesn't have a bit of music in him. It comes from somewhere. I don't know.
Me and him get along good together because I don't either. But some of my kids do. I mean, most of my kids played instruments. My kids can sing. They can play the piano and different. You know, I mean, they're pretty good at it. Matter of fact.
Do you sing while you cook?
Yeah, I sing while I cook. I sing while I'm in my garage. I sing while I'm in my shower.
And you hum while you shave?
Yeah, yes, sir. You know, yeah, I sing.
There's so many great melodies out there now. Especially you can pick up things. They got the channels that I pick up. They must have 27 or 28 different types of music, classical, country, anything you want, music. But imagine Mozart. They had a little girl on Ellen DeGeneres yesterday, about 7, 8 years old. She memorized a Mozart piece, 45 minutes.
She's a child prodigy to be able to do that.
You find a lot of Japanese prodigies too like that. Now where that comes from, I don't know. But that little bit of hand, she played some of it. But she memorized for 45 minutes. Right.
Just imagine this world without music.
Imagine the churches without music. The church's music has a lot to do with it, too.
All those old hymns, all the big old churches, the old churches with the big, look at St. Joseph's. Look at that big old organ they have.
That's right.
You know, that big old pipe organ.
Yeah,
man.
I wonder who played that.
I wonder. His last name wasn't Robichaux. Huh? Hey,
years.
listeners, we got to take a short break. We got bills we got to pay. Pour yourself another cup of coffee. We're coming right back here at Joy 640 KTIB.
Still selling Chevrolets and head.
Trying to get a little bit of that for you, maybe so we'll clean the heads on it or something. I was trying to play it for you, Gib, doggone it, but it wouldn't go on there.
I tell you, Gene, last week on Tuesday night at the John Lafitte, they played for an hour, 2 hours, 2 hours. About 50 people there, incredible.
I'll be doggone.
Dr. Will Robichaux took the piano, you know, Calvin Bourgeois is gone. Basson's gone, but it's still amazing.
Hey, what's your contact lens story?
Oh, yeah.
447-6409. You want to join the conversation here at Joy 640 KTIB with me and Gib.
I want to have some contact. This young lady was climbing a mountain, and she lost her contact. She looked at a beautiful scenery she couldn't even see, didn't know anything about it. Contact lens gone. She got down to the bottom with a friend, and they had another couple there eating, and they came over and said, did you lose a contact lens?
Yeah, right.
The guy said, he said, yeah. She said, yeah. He said, we were eating, and this ant came across their food with the contact lens. Ant was carrying a contact lens.
You don't think I'm going to believe that story?
Sure,
huh?
Sure.
Come on, Gib.
I heard it 3 or 4 times.
Well, so that makes it true. Oh, then it's the truth.
Another thing, you know, at the Queen Mary, those big ships, you know how much mileage they get?
How much?
6 inches on a gallon. They carry 1 million gallons of diesel.
Listen to this. Gib brought this. Where was the one about? I was reading about the winter of 1932 was so cold that Niagara Falls froze completely.
Yeah,
That's the one. Froze completely solid. Read me the one about the Chinese.
Where's the Chinese?
That if they came 8 abreast.
Yeah, the population of China walked past you 8 abreast. The line would never end because of the rate of reproduction.
That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
And you're only allowed to have 1.5 kids.
Yeah, yeah. They.
It's amazing.
You know, I've been watching, I've been reading. I did it a little bit last night. I want to do it some more so I can get educated on it before I talk about it. But I've been watching this Fred Thompson interview with the lady who read the 1,400-page new health bill.
Yeah, she read it.
She read it all, and she's pretty much an authority on it.
Well, she's one of the only ones that read it.
Yeah, and some of the things that are in that bill, if this country knew about, they would never have. And listen, I understand health care, and I understand we need.
That's too drastic. I don't think
we need changes. I hope it does. Well, the way it's written now, you know, I'm going to use this mouthpiece. We don't need to support any of it. They're going to tell old people, basically.
I know.
Older people when they can die.
I know they talk about 55 and 60.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane, but I don't want to say anything until I learn more about it, until I can, get my facts straight and, make sure that this lady's on the up and up, and then, I'm going to use this mouthpiece to say, hey, this is garbage and this is junk.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I understand, to me, that's not health care.
No. It's a shame.
What do they call that? Genocide?
Genocide.
When you get,
And how do they figure that you're too old to give somebody else the operation?
Who's to say?
Look in Canada.
Who's to say?
Right. You got to wait 6 months. Then next thing they show you a 113-year-old man. You don't know.
You never know.
But that's ridiculous to limit medical care to certain people because of their age.
Absolutely. I do believe that this country needs something. People in this country need to have better health care. I understand. And John Robichaux said it right the other day. We're the privileged few.
Oh, absolutely.
Everything's fine with me because I got health insurance.
People come all over the world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I don't see that other side of it, but the millions and the millions of people that do not have insurance, I hurt for and I feel for. And there's got to be a better mousetrap is what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
But I don't think this 1,400-page bill is the answer, is what I'm saying.
I don't believe these people they don't have insurance, but they have health care. They can go, like in California, all those illegal aliens, they go to the hospital, the baby's dying, and they're not going to let it die.
Absolutely not.
They give them all free. 80% of the people have insurance.
Absolutely
and,
not.
Look what's happening. These senators are going to go home and find out from the people what the people really want.
I hope so. I hope so, and I hope things, like I'm telling you, I hope there's got to be a meeting of the minds.
Yeah.
And there's got to be a better way and a better mousetrap. Maybe it hadn't been invented yet. Who knows? The only options we have are basically socialized medicine and what we have now.
That's right.
Well, are we limited to that? It's time for some people to start thinking out of the box.
That's right.
There's got to be some better answers out there. I bet there's some insurance companies and some doctors and some healthcare professionals and Joe Blow off the street that can come up with one heck of a program for this country.
I think so. You're going to lose your doctor.
Oh, absolutely. Something's going to happen. Hang on a second.
Somebody's going to tell us what to do.
Hang on. Well, no, it's not our line. Good. Gib, we got to run, buddy. We out of town.
Yeah, I know. It's been
we out of time already. Thanks for being with us. Appreciate it as always. Listeners, thank you for Gibbons. Thanks a lot.
Anytime
you bet, buddy. Listeners, thank you for listening, because you know what? Without you, we don't have a program. We appreciate all that you do for us here at Joy 640 KTIB. God bless you today. God bless you every day. Hey, have a great weekend. Do something nice for somebody this weekend. And we will see you Monday here at Joy 640 KTIB.
Good.